Power no challenges, power late, power broke for the cash. I got cash on hand every day. Power my book.
This is what America has created, a deliberate subculture. I have no idea who this is. I was about to post on TikTok and this came up. And it really did irk me that they're carrying around just loads of cash, both these brothers. God bless them, pray they make it. But this is a subculture that America has created over the, it took decades. It took decades so that men from the 50s and 60s who arguably had more of a father figure and discipline and managing potential over their offspring, somehow it was just stripped from them, literally, whether it's the movies or the culture or whether it was the federal government saying, look, I'm going to build these projects and only the woman and the kids can stay there, the man can't be there, whether it's dropping drugs in our community along with alleged guns in our neighborhood, whether it's having these so-called civil rights leaders saying, look, we need to have integration, and through integration, the best of the community, that is those who are firemen and doctors and lawyers and prestigious people who had money, who had promise. They left the black community, and then what happened? It was vacant, and now you got to start over. You lose almost a generation of growth. Do you understand? This is the science to keep a segment of people down. And from that, now you usher in the hip hop culture. You usher in these rappers who now have become the men, by and large. Well, to a certain, just having a heavy influence, not only in the culture and that which is in cinema, that which is on the silver screen, has now leapfrogged out of the screen into our communities, because not only did the best of the blacks leave in terms of having money and contacts and promise, what also left was very strong established men. And it doesn't mean that they weren't established and strong men left. What it means is that the resources that they had were limited, and they couldn't compete, because America is what? America is red, white, and blue, and America is competitive. And if you want your community to compete, whether it's going in any direction, in any part of any big city or whatever, you got to have access to resources. You got to know how to budget, work banks, economics. You got to make plans, 1 month, 1 quarter, 1 year, 2 years. You got to project long term. But these crazy movies, they told us, get it quick, get the money quick, have bastard children, get the money. If you go out of prison, if you go to prison, get out and get yourself a bag, as they say in the street, and make some more money. And and the powers, they had it all planned. I mean, back in the day, you had the Marvin Gaye, the Tammy Terrell. You had duets. Now you hardly see any duets. You see this dumb music. Back in the day, you had rap music that was promising. It was life music. It was uplifting, conscious rap music that uplifted the spirit of a people. You feel me? Of a people. And now you come in with the songs of B's and H's, and anytime a man can call that which he came out of a H, there's something wrong with him. And now I see these videos and I feel sorry for the brothers. They're blessed, but yet they're cursed. You're walking around with satchel cases of money, and you're profiling. Look, when you make it, you walk in silence. If there's anything I learned as I ran businesses and I rubbed shoulders with people who got money, A lot of them, they don't even dress like they made it. You feel me? They just everyday people in terms of what you look at, and they're low key. But us, let's just keep it real. And I guess I'm signifying. You act like you ain't never had nothing. So now you got to show out. Look, I got all this money. I got a car. I got the girls. Come on, man. Come on. You're testifying over what? Take the money. Reinvest in yourself. Go to school. The hell with these streets. Invest in your community. Bring some brothers and sisters up so they can get a 2-year degree in nursing or automotive or air conditioning or something. You run around. Look at this video. Walking around with loads of money, showing off predominantly to somebody who looked just like you. What kind of sense does that make? I know God is looking at us as a people, and I ain't saying all black people do it, but I am saying that a lot of these rappers, this is typical of what you see, and or this is what is typically broadcast to us. And what do you think our babies are doing? Especially our babies were in big cities where the majority of our cities, over 40% of them have no man. They're looking at this like, I can do that. I can do that. Let me get a rap career. Let me do something. Let me sell this stuff on the block. Because it's a fast cash as opposed to investing in yourself. Going to the library. Staying out that fast lane. Leaving these young girls alone. Everybody hot between their legs. You feel me? So then the media, they put this stuff out here, and it's not in context because very few people are telling the story while I'm laying it down. So the media puts this stuff out here, and the kids are looking at this stuff, and they're saying, I can do it. I can be that, as opposed to taking the time, hitting the books, getting the grind, getting at least a 2-year certificate in something or a 4-year degree or something. Investing in yourself. But no, they're telling them, get this money. Put that gold chain on your neck. Sag a little bit. Be seen in the community. You know what I'm saying? This instantaneous gratification. This is what they want. This subculture to affect the behavior of the next culture. That way, black folks, majority of us, we can't even compete. Look, people, in my last job I did security, I had to monitor over 60 condo buildings and major bona fide real estate downtown, $1 million condos and businesses. And let me tell you something. I saw cultures from around the world. You feel me? Mothers and fathers of different cultures with their kids. You feel me? Showing them the ropes in business. You feel me? Not walking around with this money. They was pushing academics and community. They was saying, look, a lot of them was here on special grants. A lot of them here was on special visas, and it was here so they could go to school and get some of this education and take it back to their homeland and use it beneficial. We here in America, and I know slavery hurt us and damaged us, but man, that's been a while. It's been a minute. What's the excuse now? If there's anything that really wants to resemble what a slave is, that is, he cannot adjust after he get out. That's the sadness of slavery, is that a lot of us have not adjusted since we got out of slavery. How do we adapt in a capitalistic world? America is red, white, and blue in capitalism. God made everybody with the potential to have 1 or 2 or maybe 3 skills. But you got to put the work in. This instant gratification and the media putting this stuff out here. and show business putting this stuff out here. And then we putting it out there. And the kids are lapping it up. And all this doing is recycling the same thing. We're probably, what's the third generation of rap music now? This is how they neutralize. See, black men need to develop a concept that nobody gets the right to interfere with me building the next king. We need to understand that. Before we lay down with a woman, there needs to be a code, a conduct. You feel me? You don't lay down with her unless you talking about building a king. Unless you talking about blessing your queen. What come out of your mouth is a promise. You don't degrade her by calling her B and an H. No. You don't do that. You don't pair up with that devilment. Once you out of slavery, you got to reassess and make a strategy for now and the future. And you don't lay down just to make babies. You lay down to make a promise. You lay down to make an investment. You lay down to make a community. You lay down to build a future. And this again, I love the brothers, don't get me wrong, but this behavior being put out here in front of these kids, it's damaging, short-term and long-term. It is damaging. And that fast lane ain't never made no promise. The percentage is so low. But the kids, they ain't thinking like that. But this is what happens when you lack guidance and direction. When you lack prominent men who get the center stage and can hear what I'm laying down. You feel me? We need to hear this. Young black men, young white men. They need to hear that from someone who's older. Puerto Rican older men, they need to say it. But the media needs to go to the communities of men who have been out there and messed up. Go to the men who have made it of the same culture so they can tell their stories. So these kids can make a bona fide choice. Because this media ain't nothing but a devil. It ain't nothing but a devil. All the I have a dreams and all the marches then went down the drain in less than 30 years. I'm done. Look at it.
I go tell you, how broke for the cash. I got cash on hand every day. How my book.
I got cash. You know the stock market? You going to get a degree? You know investments, mutual funds, dividends, stock? You're going to go build a business, construction business? You're going to go buy some real estate? So now you ain't got to worry about being in this industry? So now your money can work for you? It's sad, people. It's just sad. It's sad. And I want y'all sisters to start picking better. Because as long as y'all running with these dudes, guess what? Your seed ain't gonna be no better. You gotta start making better choices. Men like me, we not nerds. We just smarter. A lot of us, we grew up in this and we got out. Or we bled out. We had to fight to get the hell out. And a lot of y'all sisters, y'all don't want to choose us. Y'all want to choose them. You are responsible to God first with your womb. God created you as a woman to create life that would bless God. Not this. Not this. Certainly not this.